Nestled in the mountains, Srebrenica, once a renowned spa town in the former Yugoslavia, now revolves around the cemetery where most of the victims of the 1995 genocide are buried. Each year, a solemn commemoration of the massacre of roughly 8,000 Bosniaks by Serb forces is held. It brings back some of the town's former residents, many of whom now live abroad. Kasim was 14 back then and set to be executed, but at the last moment he managed to slip onto a bus with the women and elderly. In 2002, he emigrated to France, where he still lives. He never misses the commemoration.
I couldn't return because I no longer had a house. When the time to go back arrived, I cleared the ruins, the foundations, everything. But I couldn't rebuild the house. So I had no choice but to try my luck elsewhere. As soon as you say you're Bosniak here, people give you strange looks, especially here in the Serb entity of Bosnia. I think that's why most people leave. We're unwanted here.
Facing the entrance of the cemetery stands Srebrenica's only flower shop, run by relatives of the victims. Nirma Sahanigic is one of them.
Photos, minerals, clocks, t-shirts with different motifs, caps. All these items are made by local Srebrenica artisans. For us, it's very important to buy from within Srebrenica to support the people who live here. It gives them an income, a little money, something to live off of. It's important that we stand united, that Srebrenica stays alive, not just on July 11th, but on other days too. Every year, there are fewer and fewer foreign visitors. It's really sad.
Sadik Selimovic and his wife live in a small house in the town centre. A writer, Sadik is the living memory of his hometown. He took refuge in Tuzla, 100 kilometers from Srebrenica, during the war and covered the conflict for a local television station.
Before the war, Srebrenica had 6,000 residents. During the war, the town was a free territory, and Bosniaks from 10 neighboring municipalities took refuge here. There were up to 50,000 people, maybe more. Today, there aren't even 800 people left in Srebrenica. I think one of our neighbors even counted us, one by one. We could all fit into a single big building in Paris.
In more prosperous times, Srebrenica welcomed thousands of visitors each year, mostly to its spa complex. The reconstruction of the facility, destroyed during the fighting, began promisingly in 2012. The investment totaled €5 million, but a year later the work suddenly stopped.
This is one of the major investment projects that failed. All work was stopped to serve political interests. The spa project is practically halted today. These mineral waters just flow into the river, and we lose between $50,000 and $100,000 per day in revenue because the spa is still not operating.
The town was partially rebuilt after the war, but signs of the conflict remain. Many efforts have been made to revive the local economy, mostly through foreign donations, but international interest has faded. Founder of the NGO Friends of Srebrenica, Dragana spent 20 years working to reduce ethnic tensions and support small businesses and agriculture. Today, 90% of Srebrenica's NGOs have shut down, but Dragana refuses to give up.
From our founding in 2005 until 2018, it was clear that the NGO sector had many donors, large funding and real support. At our peak, we had between 15 and 17 people working in the organization. But today, I'm the only one still working at Friends of Srebrenica.
The workday is over for Nurma and her family. Her husband works at one of the only 2 remaining active factories in the old industrial zone. The family has good relations with their Serb neighbors.
It's no longer about who is Bosniak and who is Serb. We don't have a bakery, butcher, clothing store, or shoemaker. If we want to buy school supplies for our children, we have to go to another town. More and more young people are leaving Srebrenica. They go to other cities and even other countries.
30 years later, Srebrenica is still struggling to recover from its traumatic past. While ethnic tensions have largely disappeared, national-level political disputes persist over the memory of the genocide. There are now 10 times more graves in the cemetery than residents. As of now, there are no plans for the future. The exodus continues.